Hey guys, it's your boy Sushi here with another Etheria restart video. So before we get into the video, I just want to say, guys, I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We have about 2 weeks left. So I would really appreciate it if you guys subscribed. I'm also giving away 2 monthly passes at the end of this month, one for Christmas, one for the new year. But if we can hit that 1,000 subscriber goal, um, by the end of the year, I will double that and we'll give away 4 monthly passes for any gacha game that you want. Okay, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and you'll be automatically entered, and we will be pulling the winners live on stream. All right, guys, let's take a look at the replays for this video. So I only have a couple this time because I've been losing quite a lot, actually, guys. But I'm still learning. I'm actually having fun. I finally hit masters here, as you guys can see, for this season, but this season's been pretty tough. All right. So let's take a look at this first game here versus Black Haired. So he has first pick, but he bans Plume. I think people are starting to know that I'm gonna pick Plume. I don't know if he knows who I am, but like if you go first and you're gonna get Ray Mary, then you ban Plume, right? So bans Plume, and then he takes Ray Mary, no problem. So you guys know from the last episode that I have been really enjoying using Lowen as a turn one player. And she's turn one, by the way. So we got Lowen here and then Mio, right? So both of these two, these are counters and they're like a combo to deal with Ray Mary and pretty much any other bruiser, right? So then he picks Lilium and locks Lily. So because he picks Lilium, that means that he knows that I might go CC, so he's gonna take Lilium because Lilium can't get CC'd, and then he picks Lily Lock as a speed contest. Okay, so that's pretty easy for me. I just lock Freya for my speed contest, so I'm guaranteed to go first unless this guy's got like a 360 Lily, which a lot of top players actually do, which is ridiculous. These top players, bro, they get all the speed. Even like a lot of the turn two players, they have a lot of speed because they play turn two, so they don't need speed like distributed, right? They just allocate all of their speed to one character and then they're fast as fuck. But anyway, so I pick Freya and then Nahor for another for defense down actually. So the reason why I picked Nahor here is because in case he picks another bruiser, right? As like a Holden or a Rahu or the Ting or whatever, right? Nahor's defense down pretty much cucks them. Okay. So then he picks the last two picks, Ling and Aya, standard picks, right? So I'm looking at this team right now and I'm thinking, okay, this is good. This is actually very good for me. Why? Because if I ban Ray Mary, who obviously is the biggest threat, what other damage does he have? He has Lily and Lilium. They can just cycle and stuff like that. That's whatever. So I chose Messiah because if Messiah gets just that one turn, Lilium is dead. He has no revives. That is GG. So this forces him to ban Messiah here. And then I decided to ban the Ray Mary, of course. And let's watch this game. Okay, so now my Freya goes first. My Nahor is also faster than his Lily. I freeze everybody except for Lilium. Then I push everybody back to cycle further. Then I S3, the Lilium insta-dead, bro, gives up immediately. Right, really good game there. I think at that point, let's take a look again. Let's take a look at it. At this point, I don't think he could have been able to pull up the Lilium anyway to nuke anybody on my team. As soon as my Freya goes and she pulls up Nahor and Lily is not faster, that's pretty much GG's because Nahor CCs everybody. Unless he misses the CC on Aya or something like that. But he usually doesn't because he hits like three times, I think. 3 times or 4 times, I don't know. But he hits a lot. So it's almost guaranteed even though Aya is a green unit and you have like a lower chance to CC them. But still, Nahor has been amazing for my account. Next up is against Sofa here. So he gets first pick, picks Ray Mary, bans Mio. So I go Plume Lowen, right? Lowen has been the best answer for Ray Mary and other bruisers for my account. So then he picks the Ting and locks Aya. Okay. So the Ting here, I'm not too sure why the Ting because I have a stripper here, but it is what it is. Then he locks Aya. Okay, locking Aya, no problem. My answer to Aya is Nahor, so I will lock Nahor and then Freya to speed contest, right? So if I pick Freya first, Freya goes, and then Plume goes, and then Nahor goes. With Freya, I have a pretty good chance of pushing the Aya back far enough so that I can still S3 with Plume if I want to, if I check the turn meter and the Aya is far back enough. Or I can just S1, and you guys know the 90-10 gamble. I already talked about that in a previous video. And Freya is always such a good pick here. So then he decides to pick Santic and Sylph. Okay, so I'm looking at this. I'm like, bro has no damage. Where is bro's damage if I ban Ray Mary? So I ban Ray Mary here, and I decided to last pick Messiah just for another big nuke. So at this point, he is either going to ban Messiah or he is going to ban Lowen. Right? Because he's already lost the speed contest. There's no point contesting speed by banning Freya. That doesn't do anything to him. He either bans Messiah or bans Lowen. He decides to ban Lowen here. So I get a free, pretty much a free nuke with Messiah as long as all my CCs hit. So let's take a look at this game. So Freya goes first, of course. Plume goes. Now watch, I S3. I S3 with Plume. And Aya does not cut. Why? Because Freya pushes back at least just a little bit, right? Even with the Ting on the other team, she pushes back just enough, okay? Just enough where he doesn't get to do anything. And then he just gives up immediately there because guaranteed Messiah will get a turn. Messiah is also on Bulwark, so that's huge, right, guys? I think for this season, if you're running Messiah, I think you should run him on Bulwark because I just switched him off full damage to Bulwark. That's why he gave up, because Messiah will guaranteed get a turn. Even if he cleanses Santic or whatever, and Santic does cooldown, he can only cooldown everybody else except Messiah because Messiah is on Bulwark. I think Messiah on Bulwark is definitely required this season because I've lost a bunch of games without when I had Messiah without Bulwark. So definitely need to have him on Bulwark. Next game here against Mephistone. So he pre-bans Messiah. I banned Doki. You guys already know. For the first pick, Ray Mary. So I go Plume Lowen. I've been really liking Plume Lowen, like no joke. I've been picking this more than like Plume Nahor, Plume Freya, stuff like that for the most part. So then he picked Holden and Locks Fuchu. Not a problem there. So at this point, I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, he has 2 bruisers and he locked the healer. So what can I do about these 2 bruisers and the healer? I'm going to lock Nahor, right? Because what happens is that people like picking Aya. He hasn't picked Aya yet. Usually you pick Aya like 2 or even lock Aya, but he didn't pick Aya yet. But because Holden is a defense scaler, I pick Nahor to do defense down and counter the Reaper Aya if he picks the Reaper Aya. And then I go for another layer of CC and push back with Mio as well as wounding in case Fuchu gets a turn and I stop them from healing, right? The turn meter push up from Fuchu isn't the biggest problem. If you're a turn 1 player against a turn 2, I think the bigger problem is when she heals back more damage than you can deal, and then you run out of CC and you can't deal with them. So the wound from Mio here is why I picked her. And then he goes Aya and Ling. Okay, so more healers. So I'm looking at this. He has 3 healers and like 1.5 cleansers, technically, right? So I'm thinking, okay, why not just do the Freya tech, push him back a bunch of times. There it is, and ban the Ray Mary, and he bans my Lowen, and let's watch this game. So he has Reaper on Ling and on Aya. Doesn't matter. Nahor luckily manages to cut the Plume. Either way, I would gamble it, but it doesn't matter. So Ling cuts here, but that's not a big deal. Not a big deal at all because Plume goes next. So it's actually good that Nahor cut. Because Nahor cut, Plume pushes, Plume strips the immunity. Mio pushes everybody back to last week. And then that's pretty much GG because now he can't do anything. Right? Look at Aya. She's still CC'd. She can't, she's still frozen, right? She can't get pushed up. It doesn't matter. Plume cuts again. Plume S3s again, pushes them back even more. Mio goes again. Mio S3s, pushes them back again. What is this bro gonna do? So I decided to focus on Aya here because if Aya gets a turn, she might randomly cleanse a freeze and then I just lose. So Aya was the biggest threat at that time given the turn meter because Holden wasn't going to go anytime soon, right? So that's when I'm starting to learn that maybe you don't have to just aggro the bruiser character, right? Sometimes depending on the turn meter and your draft, you can also aggro and just kill Aya or kill another healer or something like that, given how the turn meter goes, given how the CC and the cleanses go as you play through that game. Let me take another sip of water. Let's watch this game. So I just beat this guy. But then the next game we matched again, and then I lost. So let me watch this again, and let's talk about what I could have done better, if I could have drafted better, anything like that. So looking at this game, it's just a standard pick. You guys already know. But he picked Lilium here. If I remember correctly, I think I lost because of this Lilium. I think if we'll watch it again, but I think if I banned Lilium here and just dealt with the Ray Mary, I think I could have won here. Let's watch. So Heinrich ends up cutting here, and I decide to S2 instead. Maybe I should have just S3'd. Honestly, maybe I should have just S3'd there with Heinrich for the little bit of extra damage and the block for the immunity. But then again, I have Plume, right? Okay, Nahor freeze, but I can't do anything about the Lilium, right? Because Lilium's gonna get a turn. He heals up, put defense up on Lilium as well, and yeah. I think I should have banned the Lilium here, because Ray Mary... I would at least be able to tank one Ray Mary hit, right? But I cannot tank one Lilium S3. So at this point, it's quite the struggle here, trying to deal with the Lilium, because I can't kill her. Look at, she has all those buffs up as well, you know? So at this point, I think I lost already. But I kept playing it out. Eventually, I will lose though. I just can't deal with the Lilium because she's on Bloodbath, right? Is she on Bloodbath? I'm not sure. But she's on Mickey Mouse, so she gets her Void State and stuff like that. But either way, I wasn't able to kill the Lilium. I couldn't get the defense down. Maybe if I got the defense down, right? Like, she still has defense up, as you guys can see. Maybe if I was able to strip the defense down, I would have killed her earlier. But yeah, at this point, I kind of couldn't do anything about it. And then I just lose. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I give up soon. Yeah, I do. We're still learning, guys. Don't worry about it. Like I said in my previous videos, one of the most important things is to keep learning, right? You will get better. You guys trust me. You can take my word for it. All the OGs know that I grinded to hit Mythic that other season for 50 days straight. 2 to 3 hours every night on stream, bro. Okay. We'll watch this one as well, even though it's a loss. But this guy, he outdrafted me. At this point, I lost. I didn't really know what to do. So he first striked. He goes first. Ray Mary. I pick Plume, Lowen. Okay, fine. Then he picks Mio and Aya. So he steals my turn 1 Mio. Okay, so I'm like, that's still not the worst thing. So I take Nahor and Freya to try to beat him in the speed contest. Then he picks Lilium and Born. So at this point, I'm kind of cooked. I thought maybe Navette would be able to do something about like these three, right? Maybe Navette can petrify 1, 2, and 3, and then somehow maybe Lowen or my Freya Jackal or someone can kill the Lilium somehow. But I ended up losing, even though I banned the Ray Mary and he banned my Freya. But let's take a look at this game. I think he had already beaten me in the draft because there's not really much I could do. Oh, also, actually, I didn't really lose that bad here. I lost because I was slower. Yeah, because my account, you guys already know, is pretty slow. If I had the initiative here, I would have won, but I didn't get the initiative, so I lost. And then Born gets to go, and that's just GG. I was just slower here, so not really much of like a gameplay issue here. More like maybe I should have locked Freya, right? Let me see. Not the gameplay itself, but maybe in the draft. Okay, yeah, so that's my fault. This is my fault. I think I could have won here if I locked Freya instead. So let me look at it again. So at this point, this one, I picked these two. He picks these two. Once I saw the Mio, honestly, yeah, once I saw the Mio, I should have just locked Freya. Maybe if I locked Freya, I would have gone first. Even if he banned Nahor, it wouldn't matter because Plume will push them back further. Navette will just stun, freeze all the, petrify all the. Okay, yeah. I think my fault here on the draft. So I should have known that I saw this Mio here and he wants to speed contest. Lock the Freya immediately. Okay. Noted for next time. What game was this? This one, I think against Bin here, I lost because he banned Freya. This is another speed contest. There's no point watching this. You guys already know like the top players. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, the top players who are like top of Mythic, like top 200, they speed contest around 352. Okay, 352 also on bulwark. My fastest is a 342 Lily with no bulwark. So I'm trying my best here, guys. Okay, cool. We got a W here against another Chinese player. He goes first. He bans Plume. No problem. He takes Raymary. So I, of course, take Lowen. I've been picking Lowen first or second, depending on the draft and stuff like that, but she's awesome. Okay. Then I go Mio. Why do I go Mio? So, like I mentioned in the other video, a combo. This is a combo right here. To deal with Raymary, to deal with Tiamat, to deal with healers, to deal with Rahu, all the bruisers. Okay. Then he picks Fuchu locks Aya. Perfect. Locking Aya means I will pick Nahor on lock so I can freeze his entire team, and then Aya doesn't get to cut and do her cleansing even though they're CC'd bullshit. Then I continued further to pick Freya for a further speed contest, right? So now he either bans Mio or Freya, and my Nahor goes first anyway, and you get frozen regardless. So then he picks Lilium he picks Rahu and then Lilium. Okay, this is totally fine. You want them to pick defense scaling bruisers like Rahu and Holden because Nahor shits on them for sure. And I think he also picked Rahu here because Nahor is blue, right? He could pick red for Holden, but then he'll get CC'd and take more damage from Nahor anyway. So Rahu's definitely the better pick here between those two. And then I pick Heinrich last. I'm not too sure why he banned Heinrich here. The better ban here might have been maybe either Lowen or Mio, but Heinrich doesn't do like too much here. Or maybe because it's on Revelation, so he didn't want to deal with extra damage. But then again, if you don't ban Lowen, then you get locked up, right? One of your characters gets locked up. So Lilium is very clearly the ban here. You guys know from the previous video and stuff. I'm starting to learn like if I can't kill the Lilium because I don't have enough jackals and stuff like that, I have to ban the Lilium and just deal with everything else rather than banning the Raymary and then having to deal with the Lilium because you can't CC, you can't push back Lilium either. So now these are two bruisers that I can very easily deal with. Lowen can lock one down, no problem. And these three are more than enough to deal with Rahu or Raymary. So let's watch this game. Okay, so I go first, of course. Freya S2 for the extra defense and Dream Weave. Nahor goes. Everybody is frozen. Except for Fuchu, that's totally fine. I still push everybody back. So here I decide to taunt the Fuchu because Fuchu is guaranteed to take a turn. If she takes a turn, I might not be able to deal with their turn meter pushes and their heals, right? So that's why I target the Fuchu because everybody else is frozen and I'm very confident that I can cycle way past them, right? Mio here pushing them back even further. Bro cannot get a single turn. Now I play aggro, right? I usually would just focus the Aya or focus the Rahu, but we are learning every day. You want to play aggro just because a character is a support or a healer doesn't mean that you can't nuke the living shit out of them first. And that's what won me the game, right? In case Aya somehow cleanses everything, some fucking RNG bullshit, you know? But that is how we are getting better at this game. Playing more aggro, focusing one unit down, the biggest threat currently at that time in the match, okay? This Naz now, guys. So we lost the first game against him. So let's watch this. I think this is a good exercise to look over why you won or why you lost and then see how you play differently the second game. So let's see. Let me get a sip of water. Water, that's good. Okay, so against Naz now, this first game that I lost, I went first, okay? And he bans Mio. A lot of turn 2 players at the top level, they ban Mio. Okay, guys, and just a quick note, okay? I know we're in Diamond and Masters, but this is right now where the Mythic players are from last season, myself included. So first strike, of course, Plume. Then he picks Raymary Aya. Totally fine. So what do I pick? I pick Lowen to deal with Raymary, and then I pick Nahor on lock to deal with Aya. Okay. Then we have him pick Ling and Lilium. Standard, right? Lilium to counter the CC, which you see I will ban. And then I pick Freya and then Heinrich. So Freya for more lapping, right, for more cycling and pushing back and buffs and stuff like that to tank like any one hit with the defense up, and the Dream Weave for CC. And then I picked Heinrich here at the end just for a little bit more damage, because I was looking at this current draft and I was like, okay, if he bans Lowen, I don't really have that much damage, especially if he brings in another bruiser somewhere. So I decided to bring Heinrich in for the little bit of extra revelation damage and the block and the wound and stuff like that. And then he picks Sylph as the last pick. So looking at this draft now, okay. Ray Mary may never take a turn because I have no horror, and Freya and Plume and Heinrich to constantly just push them back, push them back, push them back. So of course, once again, Lilium is the biggest threat here, so I banned Lilium. But I still ended up losing this game. I don't remember what happened, so let's just watch and see what happened. I think he got a lucky cleanse or something like that. I think he had a very lucky cleanse. Let me see. So Freya, of course, S3 here, push back the Aya. That's fine, no Hor goes. No Hor S3s. Okay, how did I lose this? Let me see. Okay. Okay, the Ling puts up immunity. If she heals, it puts up immunity. Okay. Freya pushes back. That's fine. The stun there from Ray Mary was negated. That's fine. Okay, now I freeze everybody again. They get pushed back. I can't go. How did I lose this game? Oh, yeah, there it is. So I got very unlucky there. So the Sylph, she has Alicorn, right? She had 9 debuffs on her. The only debuff that I did not need her to purify was the freeze. And guess what? They won the gambling, right? The CC cleanse, and then I ended up losing. So that was just unlucky RNG there. But in terms of drafting and stuff like that, I should have won that. Right, in terms of drafting, it wasn't a guaranteed win, but it was a very high probability that I would win. But very lucky for him, I put Ray Mary into Amber, and then Sylph came out. She was able to heal. So looking back, maybe next time I'll look at it again, and I'll decide maybe I shouldn't kill the Ray Mary. Right? Maybe don't kill the Ray Mary, because if Ray Mary has wound on her already. Sylph cleanses all of that though, right? Never mind then. I think I played the best I could. He just got lucky because Sylph cleanses and then she heals. So she'll cleanse all of the wound and then she will heal Ray Mary almost full anyway. So just unlucky game there, but I drafted, I think, the best I could possibly draft, and I should have won that game. But you guys know how it is with CC, and you guys know how it is with turn 2. If they get one opening, whether it's RNG or not, they will probably win. So now game 2 against him, though I should have won the first game, we drafted a little differently. He goes first this time. He picks Ray Mary and he bans Mio. I go Plume, Lowen, right? Normal. He steals my Heinrich this time, right? To deal with it for like wound. And then he picks Aya. No problem. I will lock Nahor, and then I will also lock Lilium. Or not lock Lilium, sorry. Pick Lilium on 4. The reason why I pick Lilium on 4 is looking at his team right now. Heinrich ain't doing shit. Aya's not doing shit unless she gets pushed up. So Ray Mary is I have another character to deal with Ray Mary, right? Because if I can one-shot Ray Mary with Lilium or lock Ray Mary down with Lowen, then I can win. So that's why I picked Lilium here. He goes ahead and picks Ling and Holden. Perfect. This is actually what I want, okay? Because I have a defense down from the Hor and Plume. I have Lilium also to one-shot Holden if she needs to. So I ban Ray Mary, and then I pick Mia last pick because Mia, you guys know from the previous video, push back forever, okay? And the way I speed tune my account, I have my Mia faster than my Plume. So Mia will push them back 30 up to 30%. Either 0 if she misses, 15 for one of the 2 hits, and then 30% if there's both hits proc, right? Both hits proc. And then Aya doesn't get pushed up from Reaper steps at all, and then that's pretty much GG. So let's watch. And Holden is really the biggest threat, and then Heinrich after him. So you guys will see. This guy also has Amber on Holden, bro. Like, why are people playing like that? Like, it makes sense to have Amber on Ray Mary. It makes sense to have Amber on Tiamat. But why are you playing Amber on Holden, bro? Come on now. Come on now. So freeze everybody except for the Ling. Totally fine. Luckily there, the Aya did not cleanse, right? And I also managed to... I didn't have wound here, right? I didn't have wound. But my Lilium was able to lock the HP so Amber doesn't get that initial heal. And then Mia goes, Plume goes, and Nahor goes. And that's just GG's at this point. The only damage dealer is Heinrich. He can push Heinrich up, it doesn't matter. He's not getting anywhere near my Nahor, not even near my Lilium. I tried to get the S2 strip on the Ling, but she resisted everything. So it is what it is, but I still won. So yeah, Mia and Nahor have been huge for my account, guys. Like, I just keep picking Nahor for almost every game. But Mia, when you need her, she does really well. Like, you're not supposed to like slam her every game, but Nahor, you can slam him every game. Okay. How about these games against this person? OP Redux. Okay, let's watch both of these. We only have like 3 games left. I need to play a lot more games tonight. But let's watch these two and why I lost these two. And how I could have played better. So pre-ban Mask, pre-ban Doki, first strike. He got Ray Mary, so I go Plume Lowen. Okay. So then he picks Fuchu, locks Aya, so I lock Nahor, Mio. Okay. And then he goes Lilium the Ting. And then Mia here, and I pick Mia. Okay, so I remember this game because it was just yesterday. And I think I should have banned the Lilium. I think this is just another case where I don't have enough damage to deal with Lilium yet, so I should probably ban the Lilium. So his Lilium's on Mickey Mouse here, right? So she gets pushed back there. Yeah, not enough damage. Not enough damage here. I'm not sure if I should switch Plume to... There's also the cutting, right? But still, I don't think I've been able to kill... I wouldn't have been able to kill the Lilium anyway, I don't think. So, looking back at it, Lilium was probably the ban. Yeah, I should have banned Lilium here. Especially if I pick Mio... not Mio. If I pick Mia last... I should ban the Lilium because I can push the Ting back too, right? I could have pushed the Ting back. And at this point, I have no damage, and I pretty much just be losing. Yeah, I have no damage at all. No Jackal or anything. No crit there. Maybe if Mia crit there. Okay, so I deal with the Lilium, right? But at this point, I can't kill the Ray Mary. Right, I cannot kill the Ray Mary. She gets a turn. She goes again. I can't like kill or CC her because Nahor's dead, right? I don't have that extra layer of CC. And now there's no damage, and I just lose. Ray Mary's about to go again here. Yeah, I should have banned the Lilium. I could have dealt with the Ting, no problem. Easily dealt with the Ting because he's a red type as well, and I have Nahor. So he would have definitely gotten CC'd. But it is what it is. I also got unlucky maybe because the Aya cut, but it is what it is. Oh, this game was terrible, bro. This game was terrible. I remember I played this game for so long. It was a pretty close game, though. I think I could have won. Let's watch it again if I targeted the right character. But more or less, I go first. This is already the draft, you guys know. So Mari here, I picked Mari because I used to have her on Bulwark and I forgot that she's not on Bulwark. So maybe for tonight's stream, I'm going to try to look through my account, see if I can maybe lose 1 or 2 speed on my secondary CCers like Plume, not Plume, like Mari and Navette and stuff like that, and give them a little bit of Bulwark, give them Bulwark as well. Because at the current moment, my fastest characters, Plume, Nahor, Mio, stuff like that, they're all speed tuned without Bulwark. So I'm just going to deal with that for now. But for my backup CCers like Mari and Navette, I might change them to Bulwark just so I could, like for example, how he picks Obel here. I lose because Obel gets 2 turns of CC here. Maybe if he only got 1 turn of CC and I CC'd him back with this character, I could have won. So I banned the Lilium, of course, because I'm playing CC. Not really too much there. But this was a pretty long game, so you guys are gonna have to watch this through with me. But yeah, so Mari was supposed to have Bulwark. I'll change it tonight on stream. But other than that, yeah, I should have won. If I had that Bulwark, I would have won. He also got really lucky. He got pretty lucky with the cooldowns and stuff like that on the Lily S3. And this game is a pretty long game. Nahor here with the 1 HP bug, even though he's not on Bloodbath. Okay, so I go, and it's starting to look okay for my team, right? Maybe if Nahor didn't die there. Yeah, maybe if Nahor didn't die from the dot there. But it was good job from him for focusing the Nahor. Maybe I'll give Nahor a little more HP by leveling him up or something. But a pretty lengthy CC game, to be honest. But I could have won if I had Bulwark. If Nahor had a little more HP and didn't die. But yeah, he has too much healing. Once I kill the Oboe, this just drags on. I have no healing. Thinking about it now, maybe I should have focused the... Oh, he got lucky as well there. I didn't get the freeze. I wasn't able to get the freeze on the Sylph. And if I was able to kill the Sylph, maybe I could have won that. And now at this point, I don't really know who to kill. It just drags on. He heals too much. I can't kill him. Heal. Then another little bit of healing here. I can't believe... Yo, I think I got unlucky there. He also got that 1 HP bug. But I don't even know if he's on Bloodbath. I don't freaking know. And this just drags on and I eventually lose. Because he has defense up. I'm unable to kill him. It is what it is. Also, my Mio is only 444. So maybe if she was 455 or 555, like if she had more lattices in her, I would have been able to cycle another round of CC or another round of pushback, and that might have helped me win. But it is what it is. You guys know lattices will always be a problem. And I'm saving some lattices. I'm thinking about leveling up the Ting a little bit more, maybe Santic, but I'm also trying to save for the new characters who come out in like the new year, right? They come out right after the new year or something like that. Okay, the last game for this video, before I need to get more games, against Alma here. So he pre-bans Masai with the first pick on Ray Mary. So of course I do Plume Lowen, very nice here. Then he goes Aya and locks Sylph. All right, totally fine, not really a big deal. So I go Nahor, Freya. So he goes Lilium and Fuchu. Totally fine here. So I'm looking at this. His Lilium is also a squishy Lilium, okay? So what did I decide to do? The only threat is Ray Mary there. So I ban Ray Mary, and then I pick Rin because he either bans Rin or he bans Lowen, right? In terms of like my damage dealers to lock down the Ray Mary or lock down his Lilium. So I was like, okay, just pick Rin. Rin is going to guaranteed get a turn. I one-shot the Lilium and then I win. So I'm going to watch this game. So I have my Rin on Sword 7 because I was doing a build with her or something like that. And I might just switch her off and put her on Count because Count does more damage, I think. Even though I one-shot the Lilium here, overall, Count does more damage, right? Because if I'm using her to deal with Lilium specifically, Lilium can't get CC'd anyway. So Count would just give me that extra raw damage. Maybe I don't have a CC, right? Maybe I don't have the CC to put a defense... Sorry, maybe I don't have Nahor to put a defense down on the Lilium. Then what can I do then? Right, like I can't really do much then. So I think I will probably change my Rin to Count and put a couple more characters on Bulwark for tonight's stream. So if you guys liked the video, you found it helpful, you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. All the stuff about the 1K subs and the monthly pass giveaways and stuff like that for end of year, you guys already know. And that's pretty much it for this video. I stream every single night, both on Twitch and on YouTube, guys. If I don't catch you on the stream, I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay? Bye.